Mr. Green, I got to ask you, it's been a pattern of super, super cold weather. Has it crossed your mind at all that you're just going to pre-record your weather forecast?
I know.
Like, my God.
Here in the Valley, you know, one of the things that is great about working here is that you've got so much going on with the weather. It's always changing and hot and cold and that sort of thing. But it's just been kind of a broken record forecast lately with those cold temperatures, and it's not even good weather. It's the kind that we don't like. So I understand what you mean.
I mean, I feel like you can almost take your forecast from the end of December and just like plop it in today, and the degrees might change a little bit. Yeah, exactly.
Maybe record one that involves a little snow and then more cold.
You could take a vacation.
Yeah,
you know?
there we go. Okay, we'll see if we can get that in the works.
I think you and I probably need
we'll
one.
We'll go on vacation with her.
We always talk about Cabo. Now's our chance.
Now is the time.
This would be the perfect time.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lisa Green.
You bet.
All right, our Fargo Forest Buffalo Wild Wing 4-pack giveaway continues. We want to congratulate a lucky winner today. Her name is Heidi. She's going to get a 4-pack, which includes 4 Receive seat tickets to a Fargo Forest home game. 4 vouchers, each good for 1 small fountain soda. 4 vouchers, each good for a small popcorn. Also, a voucher for a free shareable at Buffalo Wild Wing with any. I know we could have sent in probably 300 pictures. So I picked just a couple of pretty mundane ones to kind of share some of the weekend. I don't even think I told you about this, but I had a great opportunity. My buddy was in town from Philly or Pennsylvania. He knew a dude that works at Nike, so we went to this big private Nike party. That right there is Christian McCaffrey, former Stanford Cardinal, plays for the Carolina Panthers.
Thanks for inviting me.
Well, Brian Urlacher was there. I have kind of a side picture of him that I should have gotten for Jaron.
Was it Stephon Diggs there too at the Nike party?
I didn't see him there. If I would have definitely got a pic with him. But Jerome Bettis was there. Mike, who's the big Philadelphia? He's the California Angels, but he's always got pictures of him and Wentz. What's the next picture? Did I send that? Oh, so this is me and my buddy and his 2 boys. That was at the Super Bowl Experience where we did our show Friday. Those 2 little guys were loving it. They were like in heaven.
Everyone who went to that was like, it was well worth the price that they paid.
Incredible.
Because at first you look at tickets online, you're like, oh wow, that's kind of a little bit expensive, especially if you have a whole family. But there was so much to do there.
And our camera guy that was down there with us is a big Titans fan. So Marcus Mariota was also at that Nike event, who I sent him some pics of him. I mean, Mariota looks like he's 15. It was crazy. So anyways, it was and then this is a great story, which we both can share. If you don't know that picture, that is Super Bowl champion head coach with the Green Bay Packers, Mike Holmgren, and he coached with a bunch of guys that I played for. So he and I were swapping stories. I mean, we all were, but he was like, I hope he takes us with it in a nice way, like Grandpa Holmgren, just all sitting around the fire, all of us, and he's telling these amazing stories. And so
so he was actually down in our hotel, and Dave, our photographer, was like, oh, you guys, you have to see who is here. You have to see who is here. And the funny thing is a lot of times, like we were talking about before and joking about, was you don't want to run up on people and but he was like welcoming, and we all were like, we don't want to waste your time, but we just want to say hi. Like, we think you're a great coach. And he was like, have a drink, sit down with me. Let's talk. And like him and Beth were really in a deep conversation too for a while. And it was just, I mean, like you said, his stories, we could have spent the whole night there, but Christy was like, I need to dance.
I know. I was like, yeah, I got friends. So did you give Jaron his little thing?
I did. So Jaron got a signed napkin from Mike, and I did get a picture with him, but I also got to walk around a little bit at the Super Bowl Experience, and they had Vikings cheerleaders, and they had all these different activities, and I took my picture in one of those football players where you stick your head like you're the player running, and it was so much fun. I mean, that's one of the things is there was just so many things to do. You could have made a whole day out of it, but unfortunately we had to do a whole bunch of work.
Right.
We were there for work and a little bit of fun. And so this was one of the stories that we were following over the weekend, was the Detroit Lakes class who got to come down. So there's me interviewing Thomas Morstead. He's that kicker from the Saints team who was the foundation that the kids donated to, and lots of Vikings were donating to. And here's the Detroit Lakes class. Beth was like, we need a picture with you guys, because they were all so cute and nice, and they were waiting for Thomas because he was running a little bit behind. And
that is a great
so we
pic.
took a picture with all the kids, and they were super fun. Actually,
Why didn't you get one of those football helmets to put on?
I know. I don't know where they all got them from. I was trying
Those
to
were
look
great,
for them.
weren't they? I was too.
I don't know where they got them, but some of the kids had Thomas sign their helmets. Some of them had them sign their T-shirts, and one girl had him sign her forehead. And I laughed, and they're like, her mom's right here. Her mom said it was okay. And she told me, she goes, I'm never showering again. And I turned to her friend, I said, don't stiff her in class. It was so cute. But they were just so, I mean, like I said, there were so many things to do at the experience, but every single one of those kids were like, meeting Thomas was the highlight of their trip.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they got to do obstacle courses and throw footballs and do these different activities. But meeting Thomas was their favorite. And they each had like little presentations for him.
Speaking about things to do, can we replay the 40-yard dashes that you and I ran?
Oh my gosh, no, because my dad even called me out. He's like, Kristi,
What did he say?
He's like, why weren't you faster? Why did you lose that race? I was like, I'm not a runner. Even when I was in, I think about it, even when I was in my top athletic shape, which was probably in college, you know, you're training hard, you're doing all of this, like you're dedicated. I still did not like running, and I was not good at
So we
it.
played volleyball because it's like 3 steps and okay, next. 3 steps, next.
Fighting words.
What are you talking about?
So you're
You
saying
don't-
we're
you
not
don't
as
run.
conditioned?
No, I'm saying you don't run a lot. in
We run
volleyball.
around the court. Come out on the court.
Oh,
I'll show
yeah.
you how
After
we run
each-
around.
After each point, okay, ready, break, and then you run back to your position.
Chris
But it's not
Berg
like
is
you're
getting
running
invited out to play volleyball with us
Trust
now
me.
so that he can see how much running
sand
is
volleyball.
involved.
It is on. It's going to be like.
He's in trouble. He's in trouble. This is like,
Are you going to spike it right in my nose?
I
like
probably will. I'm going to give you, it's called a facial. You don't need Jill Coleman to give you a facial. I'll give you one for you.
Oh my gosh. All right, so I got to get your review. I liked it, but was not overly impressed with Timberlake's
Okay,
performance.
we were having fights over Justin Timberlake's halftime performance between my mom and my 2 sisters and I. We're all in a group text message every day. We're usually saying something to each other. And so we were all talking about it. My mom loved it.
What did you love about
I loved it. I love Justin. I know some people were disappointed he didn't do as much singing. I still thought it was really entertaining. I loved all of the dancing. I liked how much he moved around because I know that that's some things too, like some people just are up on the stage and that's where they are. But my sister sent me an article saying out of the top 25 Super Bowl halftime shows, Prince #1, he was ranked ranked number 20.
I was hoping for a little bit more pizzazz or so, I don't know what it was, but it was like, first of all, it looked like he literally like was like, oh, I've got to go do a halftime show. Okay, I'll just kind of wear this, and jumps out there. And dude's an incredible performer. Don't get me wrong. And I think you and I called. This is kind of an interesting story. The Prince hologram was ready to go, right? And then Sheila E., who used to date Prince and spent all that time performing with him, finally talked to JT like right before the event. Says, look, man, Prince does not want this. He thought this was evil, this hologram stuff. Please don't do it. So then JT did the big,
They did the curtain
screen
thing.
rather than the hologram.
You know what's funny, and Lisa Green, I hope you're listening, is everyone was saying that his shirt looked like a Bob Ross photo.
Yeah, it was like, dude.
Or some of them called it the billboard for discount hunting store. I didn't love his outfit. I didn't love his backup dancers' outfits, but I did love his dance moves. I did love the songs he picked. And that was the other thing is we were sitting on the train at one point going from,
Oh,
from...
but really, you're going to tell this story?
Oh,
okay.
going from Mall of America to all the events that were happening downtown. And Beth Hool and I called it. We said he's going to open up with one of his newest songs. We both said it was going to be filthy. We said the Prince tribute's going to be in the middle of the performance. And then we said at the end of it, he's going to wrap it up with Can't Stop the Feeling. And you said...
I thought he was going to open with Can't Stop the Feeling.
And I said, that's what he's going to
But I
close
didn't realize he
with.
was going to open up like in a little den. I mean, I thought he was going to open up with some pizzazz.
I liked it. That picture, I know a lot of memes and things have been going on about that picture. And so Selfie Kid Ryan McKenna did tell the Today Show that he is a huge JT fan. Some people were making fun of him because he wasn't singing the words and stuff, but he just said he had a video going on his phone, then his phone shut off. He had to pull it back up quick. That's why he was having so much trouble with his phone.
What would you do if JT walked up to you and was like, hey, bro, let's get a selfie?
I would freak out. Yeah. I would really start freaking out, and I probably would drop my phone and break it. Oh, wait, that was the other day. Too much fun. And hopefully throughout this week, we'll keep posting some fun pictures up on our Facebook page, so you can go on there and look at them too.
If we didn't already lose them in our stories, right? A lot of mine are gone from my Instagram story. Like, I had a bunch of great pics and like, poof.
Oh. I should have saved one thing, and this isn't. Chris Berg's got some dance moves. I should have saved some video of Chris Berg on the dance floor.
We had a great time.
You ladies out there, you would love to see him on the dance floor. I'll just leave it there.
That's a big compliment. Thank you.
You're welcome. You were a good dancer.
That. Thank you very much.
We'll have to ask everyone else who was out there with us what they thought of Chris Berg's dance moves. He's got some dance moves.
It was so fun.
But now I want to see what you got on the volleyball court since you threw it down.
It's game on. Trust me. Game on.
All right.
All right, coming you rest your voice. Coming up on today's show, how to avoid the heartbreak of Valentine's Day, spending spree, organic skincare products, and much, much more.